Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. H again, and this is a continuation of our second lesson on the attributes of God. It's important for you to understand that an attribute is nothing more than a characteristic or a trait. Like you can have blue eyes, or you can have brown eyes, you can have brown hair, you can have black hair. All of those are characteristics or traits that a person may carry. Also, we have other attributes that sometimes can be a positive thing, like we can be kind, we can be loving. Those are the attributes of a person. We can have a servant's heart. We've talked a lot about that. But we can also have attributes that are not so kind, like we could be selfish, we could be greedy. Those are attributes that we desire not to have. And so our lesson again come from Psalms verses 7 through 10. 139, and it's just to reiterate to you so you will understand this, because as we continue the next 8 lessons, these words are going to come up time and time again, and I want to make sure that you're clear on what an attribute is. Again, I said an attribute is nothing but a characteristic or a trait that we have. Okay, and it's important to know that you nor I will ever fully understand God's attributes, because no one can understand everything about His nature. Today, our lesson was about God being omnipresent. Omni is a prefix that means all or always. Here it's put with a root word called present. And if you're present, you're here. So omnipresent means all or always here. So God is always with us. Even when we don't know it, God is always here because He's omnipresent. You'll also learn that God is present everywhere, being omnipresent, and His omnipresence, or being omnipresent, meaning He's always here. And it could also be God is omnipresent all the time, and no one else in the world is omnipresent but God, because God is a spirit, and we are a human being with a fleshly body. We're a spirit with a body. So we can only be in one place at one time, whereas God can be everywhere. But when we talk about God being omnipresent, He's omnipresent in more ways, and we're going to get into that. We're going to talk more about not only is He everywhere, His love is everywhere, His grace is everywhere, His mercy is also omnipresent. These things constantly surround you, even if you're not aware of God's presence, that you have His love and His grace and His mercy. And His greatest desire for all of us is to be aware of His presence in every aspect of life. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoy this journey that I'm taking you on as much as I enjoy teaching this. I'll be with you and be able to clarify and do some additional things to help you to continue to grow in God's love. I love you, He loves you, and don't ever forget that, Miss H.